here's the key. You're the founding promoters, right, of Hawaii. You're it, okay? Which means, for better or worse, for good or bad, you are going to create your culture. Okay? You will create your culture. Everything that happens from this point forward will be controlled by who? You, right? I mean, that's it. You create that. So you have a chance to do this right. And you guys want to create a culture that's fun to be a part of. You want to create a culture, you already have that energy, that vibe, right? You want to create a culture that's social. You want to create a culture that's normal, right? You know, if you've done network marketing before, sometimes the hardest thing is to deprogram yourself of the stuff you've been taught over there to make this work. I think it's cool and interesting that half of the first leaders in this room have never done this before. That's perfect, right? I mean, that's what our model is really designed to attract and grow. And, you know, that if you look at a lot of our top producers, I mean, you've got the grand majority of them that were first time, right, in this industry. And that's what makes us truly, truly, truly unique, okay? So I just wanted to share with you that. Last thing I'm going to leave you with, to get on a little bit of the strategic and technical side. Because you are the founding group, I want you to understand, create the culture that you want to be a part of. Create the culture that people want to be a part of, right? Have fun. Have that. Create that culture. But on a strategic level, you need to understand the value of stories. Okay, the value of what?
Stories.
This whole business relies on stories. Okay, this entire, you know, momentum, everything. What is momentum? What is growth? All it is a collection of a lot of stories. To the point where it becomes like undeniable, right? When you have story after story after story after story after story, that's what creates that momentum, that electricity. Now, you guys already understand this because you're already doing it, right? You know, I don't know who was the very, very first, you know, group of leaders and what the genealogy is in here, but I know it wasn't that long ago. So I know that it wasn't that long ago that there wasn't even a rising star on the island, right?
Yes.
And, you know, that was the first story, that someone had to go out there and become a
Rising star.
And when they became a rising star, it became possible, right? Because someone did it, right? And then they were able to help other people become what? Rising stars. And the more people it became rising star, the more possible it became. So then more people went out there and became what? Rising star. And all of a sudden now we have people starting to hit, what's after a rising star? Regional director. And it wasn't that long ago that there wasn't a regional director on the island, right? It's not possible. If someone hasn't done it, it's not possible, right, in people's minds. But as soon as someone does it, then it's what? Possible. And the more possible it becomes, and the more people that do it, and the more people that do it, the more stories, the more possible it becomes, right? Now you're sitting in a room full of whatever. You got 50 whatever BMWs out here. Guys, I mean, that's some amazing stories, right? I mean, that's what you want to focus on. So leaving here, kind of moving forward, my coaching to you is you have to learn to become a talent scout. Any of you guys play sports?
Yep.
What sports do you play?
Basketball.
So volleyball, basketball, what is it? Football? Softball, okay? Whatever sport you played, look at this business now like you're a talent scout. The best leaders in Visalis, they're the best because they're the best talent scouts. They're able to look through their entire organization. They're able to assess, right, who is the person with the desire? Who is the person, you know, with the work ethic? Who is the person that's really coachable? And they're able to prioritize their time and put their time into those people. Can I be very frank in saying, guys, as your group gets very large, you will not be able to put all the time you want to into every single person?
Yes.
Is that okay? Can you guys accept that?
Yes.
Won't be able to. You get groups the size of your ambassadors in the room, can't do it, right? I mean, it's physically impossible. So you need to get good at focusing in on where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. Focusing in on the person with the most potential. In my opinion, my filter is the three things I just said. If you guys want to know my personal filter, I look for three things. Number one, qualify on desire. Desire is the most important variable. I'll take someone with desire over anything else. I'll take someone with desire over the person with skills, over the person with resources, or the person with contacts. You want a person with what? Desire. Okay? If they don't have it, they're going to be a hard person to run with. After desire, I'm going to look for work ethic, okay? Because they have to be able to match that desire with actual work ethic. This takes work, okay? It's worth it. It's lucrative, right? It's leveraged, but it takes what?
Work.
Last thing I'm looking for is coachability. Because if they have desire and they have a work ethic, but they're not willing to listen, they're going to have to they're going to have to fall on their face a couple times trying it their own way before they come back a little humbled and realize that they need to be coachable. You just don't have time to try to put energy into someone who's not going to run the play. You guys can try it, but what you're going to end up learning is it's a waste of your time. Because if there was a better play, we would teach it. If there was a better system that worked out there, that would be the company system, right? What we have in place is the shortest route from A to B. It's the most efficient process. You just don't have time to mess with people who aren't going to follow the getting started training, the pre-party system, the challenge party, rinse, lather, repeat. Okay? My personal opinion, right? Desire, work ethic, coachability. So I need you guys to look at your organizations right now. You're all regional directors and above. And you need to be identifying right now who are the next you. Okay? Literally, look like if you had your sponsor tree in front of you right now. Who are the next people that are not in this room right now that need to be in the next one? Do all of you guys have somebody within your organization in mind that you think has the desire, the work, and coachability to be? Does anybody have someone in their mind that they think should be in this room? Yes. Shout out a name of the person you have in your mind.
Shannon.
Okay. Prioritize your time. Guys, prioritize your time. Your time needs to go into the people that you think are the next round of stories. Because this business is built on creating more what?
Stories.
80% of your time should be going into creating the next round of regional directors in your organization. Here's the kicker. You know how to help them get to regional director. Because you got to what? Regional director. Okay? You got to regional director. You know what it takes. Put your time into those people and run the play, right? Focus on helping them become a rising star, them identifying their 6 people to become rising stars. Run the play. Force the calendar. Everything we went over today, just focus it on those people. And I'm telling you, you're better off to focus all your energy into that one person and get them to RD than to try to focus your energy on these 6 people, right, and all move them one step forward. Because the story is worth more than all these people taking a little bit. Even if the volume was the same. You take 12 different people, move them 1,000. Take one person, take them to 12.5. That one person to 12.5 is worth more because the story is going to perpetuate. Does this make sense to all of you guys?
Yeah.
So you need to be focused on creating the next what?
Story.
Creating the next what?
Story.
Creating the next what?
Story.
Starts with rising stars, and then it becomes BMWs, right? That's what you want to focus on. So leaving here, like this month, and we're going to go over a lot of this stuff tomorrow, okay? But this month, you should really be sorting through your organization and focused on, can you create an RD? You guys, you might all, if all of you created one RD this month, if that's all you did all month was double the room. You heard what I just said?
Yes.
If all of you just focused on one RD this month, you just what? Double the room. Okay? That's the power of this business model. You focus on one RD this month. Right? In January, let's say you focus on, 2, 3. If you wanted me to lay out a game plan, here's what I believe is possible. I believe you can focus on a couple people throughout this month. You may get a couple new BMWs in your organization. If I were making a game plan and I was sitting in this room as an RD right now, I'd be making the run at least to national director by the end of January. Because that's 60 days, and all you got to do is help how many get a Beamer?
3.
Do you guys realize to hit national director, how many Beamers in your group?
3.
It's really 3.
Yeah.
12.5, 12.5, 12.5. That's going to get you to $40,000 in volume. Okay, so all you have to do to hit national director is focus your time and energy on how many people?
3.
If you guys are sitting here right now and you already have the 3 names in your organization, you have what it takes to go to national director. Focus on the what?
3.
If you guys go to national director in January, here's the kicker. You got February. All you got to do is help them each help 1. Because if you focus on 3 people to regional director between now and January, and then February all you did is help them each help 1 more, well then you would have a total of 3 who each helped 1 more. How many total RDs is that? 6. 6 regional directors, 6 BMWs would give you the volume to hit what? Presidential. You guys following this? Presidential director, $80,000 in volume, is about 6 BMWs in your organization. So if between now and January you focused on 3, and then in February you helped the 3 each help what? 1. You would have a total of how many BMWs?
6.
You would be a presidential director. You guys realize you'd be making $7,000, $8,000 a month? I mean, would anybody mind making $7,000, $8,000 a month in February? Yeah. You guys don't want that?
December.
And I love it. I'm giving you guys conservative. Maybe it's too conservative for you. But watch what happens the following month, in March. Now in March, you got 6 RDs that are all promoting where we're all going to be in March.
Kansas City.
Where are we going to be in March?
Kansas City.
Where are we going to be in March?
Kansas City.
Kansas City. National event. 15,000 plus people, right?
Yeah.
Now you got you crossing the stage as a presidential, right? You got your 6 people, think about this, 6 people crossing the stage with their told you so plates, and you got all their people sitting in the seats going, if they can do it, then I can do it. It is possible. So now they go out there, think about this, if all they did is your 6 just each help one more. How many total BMWs? If 6 each help one more? 12 BMWs. Anybody want to take a guess at what 12 BMWs in your group gets you to?
Ambassador.
Ambassador. You're an ambassador by the end of March. You're an ambassador by the end of March on a slow, methodical, conservative game plan. You're an ambassador by the end of the first quarter. You guys, I'm not painting pie in the sky. Can you go ambassador this month? You can go ambassador this month. Could you go ambassador in January? Absolutely. Could you go ambassador anytime before that? Yes. Will thousands of people do it across the country? Yep.
Exactly.
I can say that fact. I can say that a fact. There'll be people that join our business this month that'll probably be an ambassador by the next month. I mean, there will be, I guarantee it. Okay? But I'm not here to paint that. I'm here to tell you, look, if all you did is follow what they went here tonight, you focus your time creating stars, focus on the story, prioritize your time, right? Between now and January, all you do is hit national. I mean, help 3 people do the same thing. In February, help them each help 1 person do the same thing. Drive all that into Kansas City, events multiply your business. You're hitting ambassador in March. You guys, you're making, $10,000, $15,000 a month in the end of the first quarter.
Heck yeah.
Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Possible.
You guys, it's possible.
Yep, I've seen it.
Here's what I get excited about where you guys are at. I'm just going to be frank with you. The island is an easier build. It's easier to build out here. Okay, here's why. You know what's going to happen when there's a few hundred black BMWs driving around your island? Okay? Guys, I'll be straight. I can go put 3,000 black BMWs in LA. Ain't going to make a difference. Not going to make a difference. Nobody would notice the difference, okay? They wouldn't. But you can put, I don't know, you guys know what the number is better than I do. I bet it's a couple hundred. I bet you put a couple hundred black BMWs, Visalis, right, chrome, told you so plates driving around. I think everybody's going to go, what just happened on our island? You're going to create such a massive awareness all throughout. You guys see this? It's an easier place to build. It's an easier place to build.
Wow.
Island to island to island to island. Yeah. And then here's where I get really excited for you, because obviously with this type of business, and this is what you guys got to think about, with this type of business, is your business restricted to just people in Hawaii? No. You guys, by that time, your business is going to be all over the States, all over Canada, and it should be, okay? And it should be all over the States, all over Canada. I wouldn't go to Japan yet. It'd probably be a little early, right? But here's the point, right? Here's the point. Now you guys are making money off consumers and promoters that are not on your island. Yeah. So you guys, everybody else on the island is restricted to the dollars that are on the island.
Yeah.
You're in a business right now where you're not restricted to that. You can build a business all over North America, pull all that economy right here to your island, and actually be bringing money here to the island. Does that make sense? If I were sitting here, that's the way I'd be thinking. Right? I'd be thinking, dominate the island, create the awareness, create the dominant presence, override the islands, take the organizations, get my share of U.S. and Canada, bring that economy back to the islands right here, and then, to their point, as Visalis starts expanding globally, well, hello, you guys have everybody coming across here all the time. So, I mean, this should be one of the key gateways to global expansion on behalf of our company, all throughout the Asian Pacific, right, all throughout the next steps. You guys will be the gateway. But here's the kicker. By the time we get there, you don't want it to be now? What, you and your RD group? Why would you want it to be you and your RD group when it can be you and your ambassadors and their ambassadors and their ambassadors and a massive army and a network that when we go open somewhere, you can go out there and dominate it? Does that make sense? Yes. So you guys, that's the vision you want to focus on a big, big level. It's there. I promise you come January, the company's And I'll talk about it tomorrow. We're going air, land, and sea. I mean, we are full onslaught on what we are rolling out in January. We are not messing around when it comes to